Hello everyone, welcome to the Define Edge YouTube channel. I am Brijesh Bhatia. Interesting thing is when you are trading with indicators, there are n number of whipsaws. And how can you reduce these whipsaws? Well, in this video, I'll be showing the smoothest way or the different dimensions to indicators or to trade the indicators. Well, we all know that there are a number of indicators, be it the moving average, MACD, RSI, ADX, stochastics. We can name n number of indicators. But all these indicators are calculated based on the closing price. Okay, yeah, or you are using high or using low. But when the markets are very volatile with gap up, gap downs, gap up, gap downs, these moving average, these indicators give you a lot of whipsaws. So if you look at the recent times where the wars are there, Trump tweets are there, and markets have been with gap ups, gaps down, and this is very riskier when it comes to the trading indicator, be it the algo trading or be it the systematic trading, whatever you are following. There is one theory which I always believe: the smoother the trend or smoother the indicators, it will always beneficial you for a trading, be it manually, be it algo trading, be it automated trading, whatever you describe it. But these indicators, and how can you smooth on this out? Well, I have been practicing for last around 5 6 years now, and I believe when you apply an indicator to OHLCs or candlesticks charts, they generally when see let's start with the simple RSI. So if I'm applying 14 days RSI, okay, what the RSI calculations does is when say last first 3 days are bullish, okay, second 2 days are bearish, third, fourth, fifth, sixth are bullish. Then again 4 days are bearish. So the RSI will move like bullish, bearish, depending upon the range of the volatility. So when you're trading RSI, uh, if say out of say RSI is basically 14 period what we look at, and assuming that you are looking at daily chart. So what does this RSI will do is say if in case first 3 days are bullish, then 2 days are bearish, 3 days are bullish, 4 days are bearish. So RSI will move in a positive, negative, the way depending upon the quantum of the move. Okay, but when you apply same RSI on Heikin Ashi chart, so if you know Heikin Ashi are basically the noiseless chart and they have a smooth trend because it considers the average of the previous day as well. So in case you want to learn about the details into the Heikin Ashi, we have a detailed Heikin Ashi course on Gurukul. You can just enroll there and you can just look after the Heikin Ashi. In this video, I'm not getting detailed into the Heikin Ashi, but if you just look at the simple concept of Heikin Ashi, and if I just look at this screen over here, so this is the left chart is the candlestick chart, and if you look at the series of candlesticks, there has been multiple bullish candles, then there is a series of bearish candle. If you similarly look at the right hand side, there has been a series of bearish, series of bullish, series of bearish, couple of positive candles in the middle as well. So what does this help is that when there are series of bearish trend or series of bullish trend, Heikin Ashi candles will form bullish or bearish candles, right? Here the concept of RSI, if say last out of 14 candles, if 10 are bullish and 4 are bearish, as compared to the say 7 are bullish on candlestick and 7 are bearish on candlesticks, the RSI on Heikin Ashi will be much smoother toward the ongoing recent trend, right? So let me apply RSI over here and let me explain the difference over here. So what I'm taking is I'm applying RSI on the both the charts over here. So I'm taking the default 14 period RSI, 9 period average. So now if you look at the left hand side chart and look at the right hand side chart, okay, let me drag more data over here. Okay, look at if you look at the series of candle zone over here and series of zone over here, okay, we are witnessing slight positive momentum, slight smoother over here when it comes to the same. If I go on to the weekly chart, okay, look at this weekly chart. Since RSI is over here, if you look at the RSI over here, there has been a series of weekly bearish candle. RSI has been gone into the oversold zone much faster. Okay, now if you look at the RSI over here in the month of December, and if I just look at the month of January, February, right? Okay, so if you look at this zone, okay, over here and this zone over here, okay, let's look at the multiple bottoms are at 30. Now we all know that 30 is basically the oversold zone, and when the bottoms form at around oversold zone, this is a smoother sign of possibility of a reversal. Now again, you when you are catching the candlestick pattern, it is very difficult to find out if there is a bottom in place. But if you look at the Heikin Ashi chart over here, so let me highlight the structure over here, and let me highlight the structure over here. So if you look at the boxes marked over here, look at the trend over here, building over here, and look at the trend building over. If you look at this, there has been a series of bearish candle when RSI is not yet tested 30. But if you look at RSI has tested 30 over here with no follow-up selling over here. After bearish candle, there has been a doji and there has been a bullish candle. There is no follow-up of bearish candle over here. Whereas if you look at this, there has been a series of bearish candle which will confuse you to look at the trend. Now, just taking a simple trend, when RSI crosses above my averages, okay, it has crossed once over here, okay, but that was again a bearish setup over here. There was no bullish candle over here. If you look at this setup over here, there is no bullish candle, I guess. They both are dojis over here, and then there is a reversal happening. So RSI moving above the signal line over here with bullish Heikin Ashi, which gives you a good trend setup over here. So that's where the smoothness of RSI will help you, and this is where your looking at the indicator from the candlesticks to Heikin Ashi will give you a different dimension altogether, different viewpoint altogether. Now, okay, now look at over here. Though RSI was up about in July 2025, July 2025. If I just go on to the July 2025, yeah, if I look at this RSI over here, okay, there was a series of smaller candle over here, and then there was a bearish candle. But still, you are not convinced based on candlesticks that this negative crossover after a bigger divergence. Okay, divergence, which means that my RSI is very diverged from the signal line. Then there was a retest over here. Now look at this. This was the first time when after a divergence on candlesticks, RSI went below the signal line. You got trapped because there was a negative crossover over here. Look at this candle. There was a negative crossover on RSI even though prices are at higher level. But when you look at over here, the chart is much smoother. It didn't give you false signal of bearish crossover. In fact, when it gave bearish crossover, there was a series of bearish momentum. So this is where the RSI or the indicator on Heikin Ashi plays out. Now look at this different example. I am just adding, let me remove this and let me remove this. So you may feel that RSI to chalo bahut smooth ho gaya. What about other indicators? So let's move on to the moving average now. All right. Let me delete this and let me add moving average. So I'm just adding double moving average. So say let's take 20 and 50. Simple. Basically 20 and 50 are the good setups. Same I'm adding over here on Heikin Ashi chart as well. Okay. Now this is the daily chart. I'm just moving on to the daily chart, and let me pull this chart to horizontal. Okay. Now if I am trading, I am taking a simple theory: bullish crossover, bearish crossover. So this was the time, this was in, say let's take this candle which was in 27 July, 27/11, which is 27 November 2025. And if I take 27 November, yeah, so this is the time, yeah, so almost over here. Okay, though we got on 20th of November, we got a sell over here in candlesticks. We got late over here in Heikin Ashi, because Heikin Ashi, as you know, we are looking at the averages. But look at this rejection. Okay, there was a bullish failure, bearish candle. Again, you got a trade over here. Okay, when it comes over here, you will not be convinced over here to look for a bearish trade or not. Now, look at this fall. There was a series of fall, then there was a bullish candle. Okay, now I'll take a simple theory. When the 20 is below 50, I'll not look for buy, I'll look for only shorts on bearish candle, and I'll look for a trading above, say 1% above the 50 average. I'm taking 1% above the 50 average. Okay, so you got shorts over here, then you exited over here because there was a bullish candle. You exited over here because there was a bullish candle. Then there was a series of bullish candle over here. I am not taking longs again. Then there was a rejection again with bearish candle over here. Okay, so open, okay, no, this was not, this was the bearish candle over here where open and high were same. I got a trade over here, and look at this, there has been a series of downtrend over here. There is a series of bearish candle. I got exited over here. Okay, I got exited over here as well on third. Then I got again a bearish candle. I exited. I am trading bearish. यहाँ पर ये आपको this will confuse you out. Okay, so when you look at the previous setups as well, similarly if I go to the previous setups, similarly I got buy over here, then there was a series of bullish candles which didn't got triggered out. When you have entered over here, you got exited over here. Okay, so what does this mean? That when you are using Heikin Ashi, because Heikin Ashi is a smoother and noiseless chart, it helps indicators also to be make it more smoothen, and that's where it helps you out. Now I'll just take a simple a concept, say simple theory. हम लोग एक strategy discuss करते हैं, simple strategy. Say let's take when prices are below the moving average. Okay, I look for short. Other theory is that, say let's close this out. Let's move out of the moving average and let's add MACD. I am adding MACD also over here, and let me pull out this vertical. Okay. Now simple theory. अगर आपको बैक टेस्ट करनी है, आपको ट्रेडिंग करनी है, you can just try it out. You back test it. Simple theory. When I'll just add another moving average also. Just give me a moment. EM. I'm just adding single moving average, nothing much, and I'm adding 50 over here. All right. So what I'm doing, when the prices are below the moving average, I will look for every short opportunity on negative crossover and MACD. When prices are above the moving average, I'll look for only buy MACD on a buy. Now you just go and you can just backtest it using the R zone. I just show you a simple example over here. Say I got buy sell over here. I will not sell because ये moving average के ऊपर है. Okay, I am not going to sell this. Now there was a sell again over here because it was below moving average. What will help? Your trading system will more smoothen over here. You will get a good returns over here. Again, my exit is simple. अगर मेरा शॉर्ट है तो आई लुक फॉर बुलिश हैकिन आशी. इफ आई हैव अ पोजीशन ऑन लॉन्ग, आई लुक फॉर अ बेरिश हैकिन आशी. तब तक मैं राइड करूंगा. मैं एमएससीडी के भरोसे एग्जिट नहीं करूंगा. मैं सिर्फ बुलिश कैंडल पे भरोसे एग्जिट करूंगा. ओके, देन there was a buy over here because my prices were below moving average. I will not buy. Then I got a short over again over here. You got an again trigger over here. Even if you want to try out negative crossover MACD, positive crossover MACD, you can even try that if you want. You can just backtest it. You just add simple moving average. Okay, if you want to do it on hourly basis, now you just change the moving average to 62. Or what you can do is, I am taking moving average channel. If you remember moving average channel, I've done a recorded a video also on moving average channel. But here I am taking moving average channel as 62, and this is an EMA. This is hourly. So when my prices are below channel, I'll look for short only opportunity. When prices are above the channel, I'll look for only long opportunity. So you got long over here, but prices are below moving channel, I'll not long. Prices are below moving average channel, I'll go short. Prices are above, no longs, only shorts. Okay. Now where this advantage, where this will give an advantage. Okay, look at over here. When there is a prices are above the moving average, which means the trend is stronger. When it is below the moving average, which means the trend is weaker. So I will look for only short positions on moving average and MACD. I will only look for long above average when it is using the MACD. So this is the strategy you can look at, and in case you want me to record another video on another indicators using Heikin Ashi, do write in the comment, and do subscribe to the channel. Write in the comment in case you want any indicator. I'll record a video based on Heikin Ashi on any other indicator. But this is a strategy where which is smoothens out. Heikin Ashi smoothens out all the indicators. You can will help you out to trade smoothly and effectively when it compares to the OHLC. So I hope, though this is a long video, but it would be helpful for you and looking at the new dimensional of the indicators, looking at the new viewpoint of the indicators and applying into your trading strategies. And I hope that could turn out to be a profitable for you. Signing off, Brijesh Bhatia.